Hey everybody, what's up? This is Andy on Location. Today is Saturday, November 11th, 2023. I'm in my studio and home in Broomfield, Colorado. And this is an opening video, I guess, for my documentary about my story and overcoming my Mount Everest, as I like to say. This specific video is tied more to my swimming goals and will give you an idea of what this docuseries will be like. To be honest, I've been collecting videos and creating videos and filming videos for a number of years now, and some of them are not pretty, some of them are when I was at a very, very low point, and many of them were taken when I could barely get out of bed and function, let alone do anything more than that. So I thought I would start with my first master swimming competition that happened in Guadalajara, Mexico on Monday. In all actuality, I was supposed to swim on Sunday first. I did everything right. I went to the opening ceremonies. I went to bed versus going out like many other people did. I wanted to be rested. I wanted to get to the venue on Sunday morning and do some filming and shooting, which I did. And that sort of leads into this first monologue. I was filming, I thought that I was filming relay races. I was doing these really cool, amazing time lapses of multiple heats and races, and I was really excited about what I was capturing. I thought that I had a little bit more time. This is my first swimming competition. It didn't register with me how quickly things happen and how quickly the heats go race after race, even though I had all the data. And so I finally decided to go warm up before my 50-meter back. And by the time I got back to the pool, I had missed my race by 2 races. It was the 5th race, and I was in the 3rd race. Jose and the team really did me good and allowed me to jump in at the last minute on the last race. Unfortunately, I left my goggles with my bags, and this is after I'd been scampering around the floor. And so by the time I got my goggles, and picture it, this is literally my worst case scenario or nightmare, and I mean that in all sincerity. First of all, I went there knowing I would be not in the best shape possible. I'm still working on that. Secondly, I was running around in my little flamingo bikini because I wanted to do something fun and special. Actually, that's a lie. On my first day, I was wearing my USA shorts and my USA cap to be part of the American team. And so I'm running around. I am running on around the swimming pool. And again, this is a pretty darn big venue for those that were there and saw this. All the while I am shirtless, my man boobs are bouncing in the wind, my Buddha belly is still not fit and trim like it used to be, and I am literally mortified because not only am I missing my race, but I'm also running around in front of everyone with my not so great in shape body. Not that it matters, the most important thing that matters is that I'm doing it, but I already went there with trepidation and the feeling of not being ready yet, and then this happened. So I finally make it to the heat. There was one lane open. I took it. I'm trying to get settled. I'm already breathing hard from doing all this running. I was worried that while I was running, in the back of my mind, is my leg going to give out? Am I going to fall in front of everyone? So all these things are in my head, not to even mention once again that I had already missed my race. So I get up to do my 50-meter back, I get set, I'm not fully set, I try to jump off, I kind of slip off the blocks and my goggles come off and I am not able to race. I am absolutely, honestly, I was absolutely crushed and devastated and humiliated And I couldn't believe that this happened because I had worked so hard to make it to the gay games and swim this competition for all those coaches and friends and family and swimmates that have supported me. And I failed. And all I wanted to do was go crawl into a rock, go run away, go hide. And so I went to the backside of the swimming venue and I put a towel over my head, and I was literally crushed and devastated. While I was there and I was thinking, I started to remind myself of how far I've come. There were years I could not even barely get out of bed to go to the bathroom. I could not walk or crawl out of my bed to my office chair 10 feet away and work and then go back to bed. I couldn't walk across the street to get food. I was in miserable shape. I was basically 225 pounds with not an ounce of muscle on me, and my whole body hurt, let alone the fact that I had an implant in my back and my foot was fused together. At the same time, I started realizing and remembering all the people that I had watched and paid attention to and listened to, including professional athletes like Serena Williams and, who was I thinking about? Michaela Schifrin. I can't think of his name right now. The most incredible skater that goes to Yale. Him floundering and then winning gold and the next time he went, which I know Michaela is going to do the same. Peyton Manning. In other words, I was thinking about these individuals and professional athletes and people that have overcome the greatest of odds. And what they all did was absorb and take the loss, take the hit, and then get their ass back up and start over again. So I composed myself, walked across the pool hall, grabbed my stuff, went and hid another 10 minutes, collected myself, and then moved on. And all I could think about in those moments were, yes, I feel like I completely failed myself. I failed all my coaches, those people that supported me. But then I started realizing, really, what I'm doing is I'm going to take this as a lesson learned. I'm going to swim the best race I can the next day, and I'm going to never ever again film at least an hour to an hour and a half before my races and focus on what's in front of me at that moment. So in the end, I failed miserably and I was humiliated beyond anything that I could share with you, but I came back the next day and raced. To make things worse, I went home maybe an hour or two later after missing my race and left my cell phone, which of course was off, in the Uber. Thank goodness the driver ultimately brought it back, but for the first 30 minutes it was a mad dash scramble of trying to get this phone and connect with Uber customer service, which I wasn't able to. Then to top it off that night, I started looking through my work from my opening ceremonies and all the time lapses that I had shot that morning, and 50% of the videos from the opening ceremonies were not filmed or corrupted, and nearly all of the videos that I shot that morning, which made me miss my race, were corrupted or destroyed as well. So it was a triple gut punch, and because my cameras were already having issues the first night, and even though I've had them serviced on multiple occasions and they're wonderful cameras and essentially brand new, I decided it was in my best interest at that time to go ahead and head home and not race the 100-meter free. Part of the reason is I was using miles, and the best flights and the best mile options, etc., were on Tuesday, so I switched my flight to Tuesday and I came home. But all of this happening has only made me stronger and have more belief and more commitment to my cause of not only finishing the job on my health and fitness and my body, but also delivering the best photos and videos and content I can do over as I work to resolve my cameras and in general. And then finally, I have 3 goals for Buenos Aires 2024, the next IGLA event, international competition. and that is to shave 10 seconds off of my 50-meter free, to be 50% more flexible, which should be rather easy because I am not flexible at all, and finally to have a minimum of 10,000 subscribers following my creative channels on AndyOnLocation or Pixielicious Entertainment before November of next year. So, if you want to know who I am as a human being, I hope this introduction to me and AndyOnLocation and my swimming goals and my storyline helps you understand the fighter in me, the person that has never given up, even though I have gone through what most people would never go through in 5 lifetimes, and I am still standing, I am still thriving, and I am a better person because of it. And I look forward to sharing this with you. And so with that being said, peace, love, and all things Pixielicious. Andy out.